Good morning, everybody. How are you this morning? I hope you're all having a glorious morning. Now, I'm sure you could see I've been out here up to no good. I have. Remember the Lowe's potted tree sale that all the potted trees are 50% off? I picked up both of these Japanese maples. This one right here, I planted about 4 days ago. Um, those 2 days in a row where we got rain, I got it in a couple days before that because before that we had highs in the 90s. And it was in a 10-gallon pot that was black out here in the full sun. I did have it over in my shaded area, but I wanted to start messing with the placement that I was going for. So I had moved it over here and I didn't want to let it sit out here in the full sun, and it was too heavy. Like I said, it was a 10-gallon pot. So it was too heavy for me to keep moving back and forth. So here she is, and she's beautiful. Let me give you the specs on her. Like I said, it is a full moon Japanese maple, and it gets 12 to 16 feet tall and only 6 to 8 feet wide. So I figured this would be perfect for this. Now, this area in front is going to become a patio in the fall. So this will be nice outside of the patio. And we have a thing for Japanese maples here, both my better half and myself. So yeah, he definitely wasn't complaining when I came home with these. The other one that I got is the Shishigashira, also known as lion's head or lion's mane. I've seen it listed as both. It is beautiful. The fall color on this is exquisite. Oranges and reds and I think even some yellows. I mean, it's just wonderful. Let me give you the specs. 15 feet tall and only 10 feet wide. So what I'm going to do, I've already put this one in the ground and started on half the bed, but that's only a portion of the bed. I'm going to go ahead and walk this out. I'm going to put a kidney shaped bed in here. I figure it'll look good with the patio going over this way, um, to give it some shade, because over here is the west side. So I figured when this grows up, we'll get a little bit of shade on the patio. And then this over here obviously is the east side. And then this will shade out when it comes over here a little bit. I don't want anything too huge because they're not super far from the house. I know these will keep growing, but what we're going to do is we're going to prune on them to keep them smaller. And I just don't want anything, a huge tree up here. But let me go ahead and walk this bed for you. Okay. So like I said, it's going to be a kidney shape. I'm going to start right here. I don't know if you can see this cord that I have out here, this yellow jacket cord. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to walk it. So it's just going to go like this. And then we're going to swoop around this way and come back in, like I said, like a kidney. And then we're going to go out like this and meet back up. So I can't wait for this to be done. I'm super excited. I was super nervous to even put a bed in the middle of the yard, but I've looked at it from the second story window, and from that perspective, I think I've gotten it right. I've been trying since I put this tree in to figure out how I wanted to shape this bed, and I think I've got it. So let me get to work, guys, and I will be back with the reveal. Stick around to be continued. All right, guys. I'm sure you can see that I have the Sunjo tiller out here. It's just an electric tiller. It's powerful enough for little backyard projects that we do in the backyard. But I do have to be mindful at all times of this cord because obviously that would not be good to hit an electrical cord with a tiller with its metal blades. So I just always have to make sure that I'm mindful of this so that it doesn't hit me or so that I don't hit it with the blades. And usually I just make sure that I keep it back behind my leg. I'm just always mindful of that. I don't want any accidents. So basically why I have this out is I'm going to till this area up. That's exactly what I did over on that area. And it'll let me I'm going to continue this line right here. You see, there's like a definite area where I stopped. So I can just pick it up and come on this way and round it out just like I did on that side. And then after that, I have some brown paper sacks, like the grocery bags. I'm going to put those all over the top of all of that grass that I till up. And then on top of that, I have mushroom compost. So I'm going to put some mushroom compost on top of all of the paper sacks. And then on top of the mushroom compost, I'm going to put a thick layer of mulch. So I'm going to tuck her in nicely, just like I did her little friend over there. And I will show you guys little steps along the way. So yeah, well, I'm going to get to rocking, guys. So you guys hang around for the review. Okay. All right, first order of business. We're going to get this tree in the ground. Now, this is a Japanese maple, so we have to plant it up. That one's planted up, and all the rest of them, I mean, are in here, are planted up. I've always planted them high. That's what I was told with the first tree that I purchased about 8 years ago. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plant this one right here. Like I said, we're going to plant it up high. You guys always call and see where the lines are in your yard before you start digging. I know where all the lines are here because I've already had them flagged out. I'm just going to pop that over here. Don't need to dig that deep of a hole, but you need to dig a wider one than a deeper one. But I still don't go crazy wide. I will go wide enough though. I think they say usually 2 times on a container this size, or on any container. Actually, this is 2 times as wide as the container. To be totally honest, I don't usually, or depending on how big the pot is, sometimes I'll just go 1.5. My maples, though, I don't play around. Because, like I said, we have a thing for them here. And I already know this is too deep, but that's okay. So, we will fix that. Alright, let me get my gloves because we're getting ready to get dirty. Okay, I'm back. Now I got mushroom compost over here. I'm going to go grab some of that. Basically, what we're going to do is put some more dirt down in this hole. It's like I said, we want it planted high. And plus, I need to account for all of the layers of mulch and mushroom compost that are going to go on top of this bed. I just stopped at Do It Best and picked up more because I put some on that one as well. I put quite a bit. So these beds will be nice to plant in, like that one back there. The one over there, I need to do some amending on it for real. And the one over here. Okay, get this out. Didn't pull that. All right, let me check for height now. It's probably good, but I'm going to go a little bit more. Okay. I think that's good. Okay, guys. We got our bone meal, worm castings, Super Thrive, our gallon of water that we are going to put our 1 teaspoon of Super Thrive in. So here goes that. Actually, let me pour a little bit out so I can actually stir it. 1 teaspoon to a gallon, and then we're going to put a teaspoon in this hole. Okay, now we're going to shake this up. That's good. Now we're going to add in our bone meal. And now, some of those lovely worm castings. Okay. So, we're going to stir this up. And since this is a small tree, it's easy to do. All right, that should be good. Check for placement. This is the way I want it facing because the patio will be this way. So we want this facing this way. And now we're going to add in some of this mushroom compost and some of the native soil. So we're just going to go ahead and put it right. Or actually, this is that Whitney Farms planting soil with kelp and alfalfa seed. So hold on, let me grab some of the mushroom compost. Okay, here we are. I'm just going to put some of this mushroom compost on here as well. That should be enough of that. The maple anyway. But I have more bags to put on the top. So now we're just going to stir all this up like so. Really not too worried about any of the big grass pieces because like I said, I'm going to be covering this with the brown paper sacks. So now we're going to go ahead and put some of this in the hole. Finer pieces. Get some on that side. We want it all around the tree. You see how it's still planted up? It's about 2 inches. Get more from back here. It's going to be good dirt. Okay. Now, I think that's pretty good for right now. Okay. So you can see all the compost that's laid on top of all of this cardboard. and brown paper sacks. So it's mushroom compost. Sorry, it's mushroom compost, and then it is a Whitney Farms planting soil with kelp and alfalfa seed. So that's mixed in with the mushroom compost. It's mostly mushroom compost. I just used up what I had left of the Whitney Farms planting dirt. So now we are going to mulch. But before we mulch, remember we still have to pour this gallon of this gallon of water with a teaspoon of Super Thrive in it. We still need to throw it on this tree because we never did that. We just put it in the planting hole, but we also have to put it on the tree. Remember, we put bone meal in there and we put worm castings in there. So now I'm going to go ahead and get it mulched and we'll be back. All right, guys, here is the reveal of this bed. Yes, with the full moon maple and the Shishi Gashira. And if you've watched my other video of the walkway redo in the front yard, those are the Julia Atia peonies that I moved back here. And then over here is that heuchera that was up front, that huge one. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't even know if I'm going to keep it. But I'll make some decisions on that. But yes, here it is. Now, obviously, I know I still need to line this bed. I was thinking about doing it with a half moon edger, but I do believe more than likely I'm going to go ahead and do it with brick, like almost the rest of the yard. And I think that's probably going to be the plan with the back bed over here as well, to line it with the same brick that's on the sides. This I will get to eventually. But I have plans for that stone because I think what we're going to do is we're going to put a water feature in here. Probably more than likely one of those black preformed pond containers that you can buy at Lowe's or Home Depot, Menards, wherever. I think more than likely that's what we're going to put in here. So plantings will be at a minimum in here. But once again, to go over what we have in here, the Shishi Gashira, and then the full moon, both Japanese maples, both half off at Lowe's. So that is it for this evening, guys. This is the bed. Let me give you another view. Now you can still see the paper bags all around the sides. So you can see it's in a kidney shape. I still need to get some mulch. That's why I have that heuchera there, actually, because you can see where that grass is browned out. I still need to mulch over there. I just ran out of mulch and I haven't had a chance to go and get any. So this is it, guys, for right now. And like I said, sorry, my pop-up bag's still out and I still have some clearance plants to get in the ground. This is where the patio is going to be going, right there in that big grassy area. So I think that will look good. It will give us some shelter and some privacy, and I am all for that. And I think a water feature will look great over here in between the maples. The Itea peonies, the Julias, they don't get that big, maybe about 3 feet by 3 feet. So I can easily fit one of those preformed pond liners in between the two. And maybe even bring it out slightly just right here. So then it'll take up this area right here. So I think that'll probably work. So guys, this is the reveal. And remember that what I did with this bed, tilled it just to get a lot of the grass up, get it uprooted. I did not remove it, kind of flattened it out. Um, then I put down paper sacks and cardboard. And then on top of that, I put mushroom compost and Whitney Farms planting soil with alfalfa and kelp, and then mulched on top of that. So I think it looks good. It's a good start. It's not perfect yet, but that's okay. We're all human. So I will get this with brick, lined with brick, and I think it'll be good. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Have a great night.